Joe Daly back with Behind the Law with Dennis Vetrano. Welcome back, Dennis.
Good to see you, Joe.
We've been talking about a toxic family situation for folks and it being worse than a divorce.
Yes.
And I remember families, when I was growing up as a child, we knew families going through things like this. And the big word you would hear, what you would hear is, you can't say anything, this can't be done, we can't do anything because what would the neighbors say if anybody found out?
Yeah, about the divorce. Yeah, absolutely.
What would the neighbors say?
And I think, I think the antiquated perspective is exactly that. And I think it was, let's try to work through the relationship in counseling. Let's preserve the family for the sake of the kids. And again, these are things I hear all the time. And listen, I'm not suggesting in any way, shape, or form that if you have a workable relationship that has some minor problems that you're both committed to working through in counseling, that you should just, go for a divorce right away. I'm not suggesting that. But what I'm saying is don't be blind to the level of toxicity in your relationship. I'm saying look at it as a clear picture. And it's funny, like I said, thousands of consultations. And I can recall one consultation where a client came in and said, well, I consulted with another lawyer and I consulted with them months ago. And, they said, come back to me when you really need a divorce sort of thing. That was so troubling to me because I think that what your divorce lawyer is supposed to be telling you at that time, listen, because it takes clients weeks, months, sometimes years to even have the courage to walk through the doors of your office and sit down in that chair and pour out their heart to you. Okay? It takes them a very long time to get there. And in my experience, again, 20 plus years of doing this, thousands of consultations. I don't think I've ever seen a client that had the courage to come in and sit down in my chair that wasn't in the position where they were ready to go through the process. So what your divorce lawyer needs to tell you is, as we've discussed before, yes, you can do it. Yes, we can set goals for your matter. Yes, we can find a way to get there. Give you guideposts on the law as to how the judges will look at their particular case. Try to be cost effective in their situation. But again, my process has always been, I know what needs to be done to handle a case well. I am going to give you a path, give you a plan to handle the case properly. And then I'm going to work back from there. I think what a lot of other lawyers do is they look at their situation like, oh, this is an assembly line. How much do I think the client is willing to pay for this? Well, they want to pay $5,000. Well, I'm just going to make a fit in that $5,000 and we'll make sure we get it. No. That's not what professional lawyers do. That's a used car salesman. A professional lawyer knows what it takes to try a case. They know the evidence that's relevant. They know the law involved in the case, and they know the interplay between the law and the specific facts of your case. And they should give you a plan as to how to best approach your case to get the desired result. And then, if you need to work backwards and try to tailor the financial circumstance to your client's particular situation, that's when you do that. But you don't compromise the level of service, because that's unprofessional.
To find out more about Dennis and his firm and free consultations, please visit his website.
drvetranolaw.com.
Dennis, always good to have you with us.
Good to see you, Joe.